I am Avinash Veanu Kavi and my matrix number is 24303798. I am doing the Viva session for 1GP2 and my group is T7B. So for the first question, what do you think is the best angle of projection to start the experiment with? I think the best angle for the projection to start the experiment with is going to be the 45 degree. The maximum horizontal range can be achieved with this angle. Starting with this angle allows us to easily observe the projectile's motion and compare the experiment result with the theoretical prediction. B. Suggest a way to accurately measure the height of projection of the steel ball in this experiment. A more accurate method is to record the motion using a high-speed camera or smartphone in slow motion and analyze the video frame by frame using motion analysis software such as Tracker. C. Suggest a way to determine the time taken for the projectile in this experiment to reach the maximum height. As I have mentioned before, if we record the projectile's motion, we can analyze it frame by frame to determine the time taken to achieve the maximum height. Alternatively, we can measure the initial speed and the angle and use the formula T equals to U sine theta over G to get a theoretical measurement of the time to reach the maximum height. D. From theoretical physics point of view, will the type of material of the ball affect the range and height of the projection? Why or why not? From the theoretical physics point of view, the type of material of the ball should not affect the range and height of projection. This is because projectile motion theory assumes that air resistance is negligible and that all objects experience the same gravitational acceleration regardless of the mass or material. E. If you answer question 3D, no, explain. Why in the real experiment performed there are still significant discrepancies in the range and height of projection obtained using steel and wooden ball. Theoretically, the material should not affect the motion, but significant discrepancies are still observed in real experiment. This is due to air resistance and other experimental errors. Steel ball usually gives more accurate result because it has greater mass and density. Thus, the air resistance affects it the least. On the other hand, the wooden ball is way more lighter relative to the steel ball. So the air resistance can affect its motion quite significantly and thus producing a very inconsistent measurement. That is basically it for the Viva session.